Hi everyone and welcome to this guided meditation with me, Espen and Haugen. Today we having the theme for today is reading from Getting into the Vortex and the Money and the Law of Attraction. By Esther and Jerry Hicks. So it's fun. It's very nice. It's very good and as always, more to come. Expansion. So a new week, new day. Good to come back. Good to start new and refresh. We know that every day has its pleasure. Every day has its newness, and every day when we wake up in the morning, it's like be reborn, like be born again and again every day because it's a totally new energy. It's different from yesterday. It's different from any days because every day is new and refreshed. So happy beautiful day, Jan. So good to be here. So let's keep expanding on. Hmm, good energy. Let's keep expanding on getting into the vortex. So good. So this is the book Getting into the Vortex, a really good meditation book by Esther and Jerry Hicks. The teaching of Abraham. So let's expand. We're going straight to the financial one. Financial abundance is the meditation. Financial abundance is on the page 35. So just start reading from there. It's very nice. It's very good, and expanding on that and whatever what comes to us. So good. So this is financial abundance, meditation of financial abundance. We are going to stand for a while in your physical shoes and speak words that are of greatest advantage to you. For we want to help you find a vibrational stance to allow financial abundance to flow into your personal experience. Sometimes, even though you are asking for a specific desire to be fulfilled, you are not actually moving toward the fulfillment of your desire, but instead, you are actually moving further from it. And even though you think you're asking for what you do want, your request is actually being made from your awareness of its absence. You usually feel discouraged when a great deal of time passes while you work on your desire, but the results you're seeking do not materialize. We want to help you to understand that you simply cannot get there from there. You cannot get to where you want to be when you are keenly aware of its absence. Rather than saying, I want more money, say instead, I want to feel my financial well being. You see, it is possible to feel an increased sense of financial well being even before the money comes. But when you are focused upon the desire for the money and taking score of the absence of the money, you are vibrational defeating your own purpose. Rather than saying, I want or need a new car, say instead, I like the feeling of well being that comes with the driving of a new car. Because you can accomplish the feeling even before you drive a new car. And once the feeling is consistently within you, the new car and many other things that match your feeling of security will flow to you. As you allow the low-based words of a recording to play gently in the background of your mind, your resistance to well-being will become less, while your allowing of well-being will become more. You have only to remember that, at first, the evidence of your improved state of allowing comes in the form of good feeling emotions, not in the form of money or new cars, but eventually the money and the new cars will come too. The stream of abundance flows generously, and it's right, and it is time for you to receive your share. This will not be difficult for you to do, and it will not take much time, because you are already well along the way. It is time for the financial abundance that you have been seeking to materialize into your experience, not because you have paid a large enough price for it through diligence and hard work, but because you now understand that it's not diligence and hard work that brings it, but vibrational alignment with abundance. Through the life that you have been living and the contrast that you have been sifting through, you have planted and cultivated many fields of abundance that are now ready for your harvest and enjoyment. It is not about your earning and deserving, but about your understanding and alignment with your desired well being. The stream of abundance is not a quantifiable volume to be fairly proportionate until its limits have been reached. For there is no limit to this abundance to those who drink from its stream. The stream of abundance expands proportionally to satisfy the ever increasing requests, not only keeping perfect pace with the requests, but expanding because of them. Because your requests have been in the process of becoming for some time, and because the stream has expanded to accommodate those requests, your only work now is to come into vibrational alignment with your requests in order to experience the complete satisfaction of their certain materialization. The amount of time that will pass between now and the manifestation of your desire is strictly about the time that it takes for you to replace angst with ease. It is our expectation that, as a result of your daily participation with our recording, your resistance will subside. You will begin to feel better and better. Your relationship with the financial abundance that you desire will improve, and that this will not be difficult for you to do. There is power in the words that you are hearing, and, in time, your resistance will subside, and your allowing will begin. As you as your resistance is replaced with allowing, as doubt is replaced with belief, your abundance will become evident. Even though we stand in a complete awareness of the financial abundance that is queued up and waiting for you, our knowledge of your abundance cannot be instantly transferred to you even when we offer you powerful words that reflect our knowing. So the vibrational shift that will take place within you as you listen to our recording will not be because of the power of our words or the truth of our message, but instead it will be because of your vibrational shift. From your human perspective, from your human perspective, you often believe that you must work hard to overcome obstacles and satisfy shortages and solve the problems that are before you. But often, in that attitude or approach, you work against yourself without realizing it. Attention to obstacles that makes them bigger and more stubborn. Attention to shortages makes them bigger and prolongs them. And attention to a problem prevents an immediate resolution or solution. As you listen to a recording, giving your attention to your breathing and to the natural rhythm of your body, and problematic vibrational activation will simply cease to be. And in the absence of that resistance, your vibration will naturally begin to rise until it will align with the higher vibration of the very solution you have been longing for. In the absence of longing, in the absence of doubt, in the absence of obstacles and shortages and problems, will be the solutions and abundance that you seek. And the evidence of your vibrational shifts will become obvious in two ways. First, you will feel better, and next, physical evidence of financial improvement will begin flowing to you from a variety of different directions. Our words will help you to shift your feelings about money from worry or concern to eagerness and fun. When that emotional shift occurs, immediate financial manifestations will be the evidence of that shift. After only a few days of listening to your recording and relaxing and breathing, your releasing of resistance will be apparent to you in the releasing of tension in your body. You will not only feel more ease, but also you will feel more clarity and more physical invigoration. As your resistance subsides and you come into the fuller alignment, you will begin to feel a fuller resonance with the words that you have been hearing. It is a very satisfying experience when words that you were hearing and understanding in a logical or intellectual way shift to an emotional resonance, sort of understanding. You may begin to feel physical sensations of thrills or goosebumps rippling through your body to indicate the vibrational alignment that you have achieved. And when that vibrational shift occurs, it is like walking from a small, dark room out into the beautiful light of day, where confuses, where confusion is replaced with clarity, and uncertainty is replaced with knowing. Once that vibrational shift occurs within you, all manner of evidence will confirm it. Good feelings, ideas will flow abundantly to you. Things that you have been wondering about will come into greater clarity. Things that you have been meaning to do will present themselves to you in an obvious and easy to accomplish manner. Problems that have seemed stubborn will seem to resolve themselves without your personal involvement. And money and opportunities will begin to show up in your experience in surprising and unexpected ways. Good. If we can convince you that the path to financial abundance is simply an emotional path, then, with each hearing of these words, you will breathe out more resistance and your feelings will improve. It is our desire that you approach this 15-minute daily meditation as a time of refreshing and relaxing, rather than a time of study and learning. Your awareness of your breathing will be the powerful key to your releasing of resistance and the raising of your vibration. And then the words that we are speaking will be heard by you in a new and a profound way. There is a big difference between hearing an answer and understanding it. There are many people who are outside the vortex who are hearing words, but, but it is only those who are inside the vortex who are truly understanding. We want you to understand that the true path to the abundance and financial freedom that you see is not a journey of action, but instead an emotional journey. Your true power comes from the leverage of your alignment, not from your action. And while it is certain that there will be plenty of action involved, it will be good feeling action that is inspired from your place of alignment from inside your vortex. So, the path to certain financial abundance and financial freedom is this. Find 15 minutes every day to give to this process. Focus your undivided attention as best as you can upon your breathing. Enjoy the feeling of breathing. Enjoy the feeling of syncing your breath with the music. Feel the ease of your breathing. Feel the benefit of your breathing. Enjoy the physical sensation of releasing resistance and allowing your entrance into your vortex. So now some of that in there. Getting into the vortex, so good. So good energy always. Now, Money and the Law of Attraction book. I'm gonna read something here. Let's see. Mhm. Okay. Yes, so this is the part two of the Money and the Law of Attraction books. It's attracting money and manifesting abundance. Attracting money and manifesting abundance. Attracting money and manifesting abundance. While money is not absolutely essential to your experience, to most people, money and freedom are synonymous. And since an intense awareness of your right to be free is at the very core of that which you are, it follows, therefore, that your relationship with money is one of the most important subjects of your life experience. And so, it is no wonder you have such strong feelings about the subject of money. Although some people have discovered the freedom of allowing large amounts of money to flow through their experiences, it is more often the case that because you are experiencing far less money than you need or desire, most of you are not feeling free. It is our intention here to clearly explain why this financial disparity exists so that you can begin to allow the abundance that you want and deserve into your experience. For as you read these words and as you begin to resonate with these law-based truths, you will align your desire with the abundance of your world, and the evidence of your newfound alignment will soon become apparent to you and to others who observe you. Whether you are one who has been working to achieve financial abundance for many years, or you are a youngster just starting down the path, the journey to financial well-being does not have to be a long one from where you are, and it does not require large amounts of time or physical effort. But we are going to explain to you in simple and easy to understand terms how to utilize the leverage of energy that is available to you. We want to show you the absolute correlation between the thoughts you have been thinking about money, the way you feel when you think those thoughts, and the money that flows into your experience. When you are able to consciously make that correlation and you decide to deliberately direct your thoughts accordingly, you will access the power of the universe and you will then see how time and physical effort are rather irrelevant to your financial success. So we begin with a simple premise of your universe and of your world. You get what you think about. Often people say to us, that can't be true because I wanted and thought about more money for as long as I can remember, but I continue to struggle with not enough money. And what we then tell them is the most important thing for you to understand if you want to improve your financial situation. The subject of money is really two subjects. One, money, plenty of money, the feeling of freedom and ease that plenty of money can provide. And two, absence of money, not nearly enough money, the feeling of fear and disappointment that the thought of absence of money induces. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. But when you are speaking of money or anything, and you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money, but instead you're speaking of the subject of not enough money. And the difference is very important because the first statement brings money and the second holds it away. It is of value for you to become aware of how you are really thinking and, more important, feeling about money. If you are thinking or saying things like, oh, that is a very beautiful thing, but I cannot afford it, you are not in a vibrational position to allow the abundance you desire. The feeling of disappointment that is present as you acknowledge that you cannot afford it is your indicator that the balance of your thought is pointing more toward the lack of your desire than toward the desire itself. The negative emotion that you feel as you acknowledge that you cannot afford something that you want is one way of understanding the balance of your thoughts, and the amount of abundance that you are actually experiencing is another way of knowing. Many people continue to perpetuate the experience of not enough in their lives simply because they do not think beyond the reality of what they are actually experiencing. In other words, if they are experiencing the short age of money and are aware of it and speak of it often, they hold themselves in that chronic position. And so, many people protest when we explain to them the power of telling the story of their finances, finances as they want it to be, rather than as it is. because they believe that it should be factually about what is happening. But we want you to understand that if you continue to look at what is and speak of what is, you will not find the improvement that you desire. You may see a parade of changing faces and places, but your life experience will essentially show no improvement. If you want to effect substantial change in your life experience, you have to offer substantially different vibrations, which means you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. Let's see. So, yeah, continue reading. Good. This is good stuff. Lackful action doesn't pay off. Jerry, many years ago I owned a motel near El Paso, Texas, and H. L. Hunt, who at that time was one of the wealthiest men in the United States, one of the multi-billionaires, called me. He had purchased Ojo Caliente, a small resort on the Rio Grande that was financial failing, and he had heard that I might have some useful information to help him turn it around. As we were visiting in my little coffee shop, I had a difficult time focusing on our conversation because I just couldn't understand why a man that wealthy would still be discontent and looking for a way of making more money. I'm wondering why he didn't just sell the place at whatever price and go on about his life enjoying the money he had already accumulated. I have another friend who's in the multi-billionaire class. We were in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, walking on the beach, and he was talking about some business problems he was having, and it really struck me that man, so wealthy, would have any kind of troubles. But what I learned from you, Abraham, and I learned a lot from you, is that our true success in life is not about how much money we have or about the having of things, right? First, I'll find my vibrational balance. Abraham answering, Abraham, the things that you have and the things that you do are all meant to enhance your state of being. In other words, it's all about how you feel, and how you feel is all about coming into alignment with who you really are. When you tend to your alignment first, then the things you gather and the action you perform only enhance your good feeling state of being. But if you do not find that vibrational balance first and attempt to make yourself feel better by bringing more things into your experience or participating in more activities in order to try to make yourself feel better, you just get further out of balance. We are not guiding you away from accumulating things or from taking action, because all of that is an essential part of your physical experience. In other words, you intended the wonderful experience of exploring the details of your physical world in order to help you to personally determine your own joyous growth and expansion. But when you try to move forward from an imbalanced footing, it is always uncomfortable. If you will begin by identifying how you want to feel or be, and let your inspiration to accumulate or to do come from that cen- or to do come from that centered place, then not only will you maintain your balance, but you will now enjoy the things you gather and the things that you do. Most people do most of their wanting from a place of lack. They want things in many cases simply because they do not have them. So the having of them does not really satisfy anything deep within them, because there is always something else that they do not have. And so it becomes a never-ending struggle to try to bring one more thing that still will not be satisfying into their experience. Because I don't have this, I want it. And they really think that getting it will fill the void. But defy but that defies law. Any action is taken from a place of lack is always counterproductive, counterproductive, and it always leads to more of feeling of lack. The void that these people are feeling cannot be filled with things or satisfied with action, because the feeling of void is about the vibrational discord between their desires and their chronic habits of thought. Offering better feeling thoughts, telling a different story, looking for positive aspects, pivoting to the subject of what you really do want, looking for positive what ifs, what is how you fill that void. And when you do, a most interesting thing will occur in your experience. The things you have wanted will begin to flood into your experience. Float, 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 flood into your experience. But these things you have been wanting will float, flood in, not to fill your void, because that void no longer exists. They flow in because your void no longer exists. Certainly, you will gather many magnificent things into your experience. Our message is not for you to stop wanting, having, or doing. Our message is for you to want and accumulate and do from your place of feeling good. So that is so good. That's it. So love you guys so much. I hope you enjoy your beautiful day and that you feel good, and more to come. So enjoy your day and namaste, and see you tomorrow. Good.